Strengths. So we've covered the weaknesses. Now let's take a look at the two strengths that AI has. It takes some work, but once you get there, it's really, really good. And it's a significantly better experience than if you don't use AI for college applications. Okay, so strength number one, AI can be refocused to give good advice, but it takes some work. So remember the weakness, right? AI was trained on these like Reddit posts, Quora posts. And so when it comes to college application feedback, if you just ask Chat GPT straight up, hey, help me brainstorm, or hey, give me feedback on my essay, it's in essence, you can think about it as like kind of regurgitating what it saw online. And remember, blind leading the blind, advice that sounds good, but is actually bad. And so the question is, how do we actually refocus AI? And as it turns out, there is a way to do it. So I'm going to give you three possible options of how you can refocus the AI, and some take more work than others, and it's up to you to choose what works best for you. So option number one, this is the bare minimum effort you should do if you choose to use AI for college applications. So give ChatGPT more instructions. So what this option involves is go to your college counselor, ask them, hey, if you needed to kind of encapsulate in 5 or 6 things what a good college application essay is, just tell me. And then once your college counselor tells you maybe it's, hey, make sure you have an authentic voice, make sure you're showing, not telling, whatever they choose to say, just tell ChatGPT, hey, this is what makes a good college application essay, blah, 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 blah. This is what my college counselor said. Now, please give me feedback based on that on my essay draft. Boom. Or based on this, help me brainstorm a potential essay option for this. So if you do this approach, what are the pros? What are the cons? So the pro is at least ChatGPT will be giving you advice based on what your college counselor says. And so that's better than what is out there on Reddit and Quora. And so that is a huge step function increase in terms of the quality of feedback you'll be getting. So that's number one. That's the pro. Now the main con that's here is, or well, two cons. The first one is you're going to have to kind of type this in every time you ask for feedback. And so that is a little bit annoying. But the bigger con, the bigger downside is you're going to have to take some time to figure out what is the right way to tell ChatGPT this stuff to get the appropriate value. So this skill is called prompting. And as you get older and AI systems become more and more ubiquitous throughout where you go, and when you're an adult and working, you'll probably be using AI. So the skill of prompting and figuring out what do I tell the ChatGPT model, what do I tell an AI model to get the best possible feedback, that's something that you'll need to figure out, and that's a skill that you'll need to develop. And so this quote that I have right here, this is an example of what you could tell ChatGPT, but this probably isn't the best. And I haven't done the investigation on this specific thing of what the best way to prompt ChatGPT is, but you'll need to do that yourself and figure out what works for you. So that's option number one. Option number two is kind of like option one plus, like it's option one plus some additional stuff. And so really what this is give some additional background on you to ChatGPT. Tell it, hey, this is my family history and these are the extracurriculars that I did and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so the pro here is that now ChatGPT can give you some more personalized feedback. That's based on who you actually are. Now, the two cons here are number one, ChatGPT openly states that they do sometimes, and they can, train on user input. And so the question is, you might need to be a little bit careful what type of background you want to enter in, because the question is, are you comfortable with that stuff being then baked into the AI model and maybe potentially being like public record? And so that is a question that you need to discuss with your parents as well. Like make sure you're very cautious about entering personal details into ChatGPT. And then of course, the other con is again, prompting. You'll need to figure out what is the right way to extract the value when it comes to adding additional background. And so that's work that you'll need to do, and you'll need to figure out how to use these AI systems effectively. Now, option number three is the lowest effort of them all, and that is just you can use the platform that you're watching this video on right now, which is called Atheno. And we have spent literally months refocusing AI appropriately, specifically training it on thousands of past successful college applications. And so all this stuff about what makes a good college application essay and entering in your background and all of this other stuff, you don't need to worry about privacy concerns and training on all of that, because our platform, which you're on right now, takes care of all of that for you. And in addition, we have refocused it and spent months refocusing it on past successful college applications. And so the nice thing is if you're watching this video, we're probably partnered with your high school. So you can literally just get started for free right now on the platform and start getting help on brainstorming, start getting help on feedback on your essay drafts. And then also we also can give you grades on your essays, like A, B, C, D, depending on how well your essay is going to do for a specific university. So that's kind of your option number three. Again, lowest effort, but again, it's up to you. Talk with your parents and figure out which of these options you think is the most appropriate for you. But I do think that once you have effectively refocused AI, regardless of whether you choose to stay on our platform or just go use ChatGPT and kind of figure it out yourself, refocus AI. That is the key thing. Whatever you can do, make sure you are refocusing AI appropriately. All right. Now, strength number 2, 24/7 availability. Do not underestimate this. And so I can tell you anecdotally, we run this platform called Atheno, which is what you're on right now. And we partner with different high schools. This past admission cycle, which was 2023 to 2024, we saw students on our platform submitting feedback requests at 11 p.m., 4 a.m., and you can kind of just get instant feedback. And so we had students submitting 30 essay revisions in a single day. But the 24/7 availability that is present in any AI system, that's not just on our platform, you can also get that from Chat GPT, take advantage of that. Make sure that you are effectively utilizing the fact that you now have this resource that can give you some level of personalized feedback at any point in the day. Whenever it is most convenient for you, you can get the appropriate feedback and you can go through essay revisions like you've never seen before. So that, I think, is really one of the core benefits of AI. Don't underestimate it.